Hi, and welcome back to our Okinawan Kempo YouTube channel showcasing some techniques of Kyojutei-ryu. Our previous video dealt with Bukiho, which is the martial tool principle, and we talked about our approach to weapons and why we study them and the reasons why we practice the traditional weapons, and I encourage you to check out that video. I promise no one in our dojo expects to find a naginata lying around out in public somewhere, but there are good reasons for practicing weapons. Tonight, we wanted to just touch on the advanced aspect of weapons practice, which is using the weapons to grapple. This can be done if you need to control the attacker, or maybe the attacker is someone you love who is having some serious problems and you don't want to smash them in the head with a stick, but rather are looking for a less violent, less lethal end to the altercation. So, as with all things in Kyojutei-ryu, this is not really a list, it's not a set grouping of grappling techniques that we use, but rather the techniques of Jujutsu and Aiki-Jujutsu, we look for opportunities to use the weapon to do those. So let's say she throws a roundhouse punch at me and I block it. I can come underneath and capture with something sort of like a Ushiro Hiji Otoshi, and that's a good movement. Lunge punch. One of the simplest is to perform an ikkyo. We always leave some stick at the bottom, or some staff, or whatever we're working with. That can be used to hook, and then I can lock her down with something like an ikkyo. A little bit more sophisticated, staying with the lunge, I could block and go under and put her into a hammerlock and then take her down on her belly in that way. Switching to the other arm, let's say she does a lead back fist. I can receive that, capture her wrist, and then use the unforgiving weapon, whatever it happens to be, to lock her down into an ikkyo there. And then this one I just love, it's one of my all-time favorites. Let's switch sides. Is just another arm straightener. She throws the lead back fist, you block, you lock, and you actually have a very nice hold there with the weapon sort of counterbalanced against their stomach. The goal is to have practical, accessible options that we can apply in a grappling fashion, but you can let your mind travel some as well. Let's do this from the other side. For example, say she was throwing a front kick at me, and I scooped it and grabbed it, and I've basically got her bone in a chokehold here. I won't do that very hard. It'd be very easy to kick that leg out, to pull her to the ground, and to take her into a very unhappy place, cranking on that joint all the while. So, thank you. Again, the martial tool principle is about finding equalizers in very risky, very unfair, very dangerous fighting situations. And as with our other arts in Kyojutei-ryu, we don't just want to be able to strike, but we want to be able to grapple as well. So thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We're now complete in terms of going through all the 10 principles of Kyojutei-ryu, so we'd love to hear from you about what to focus on and what to do next. Thanks.